Take it away.
Okay, so I have a couple things I want to show related to the same project that I spoke about last month. First one takes a little bit of time, not too much, so I'll start it right now. Anybody here ever used DigitalOcean? No? Yeah, so DigitalOcean has a new feature that is really cool. You can supply user data to your droplet when you provision it, which is basically just a bash script that will run as soon as it provisions. So this website that I've spoken about requires Solar, requires some custom configurations. That takes, if you're doing it manually, a fair amount of time. But let me show you what you can do. So you grab your script, let's give it say what size container you want. This is the key piece. You paste your script. You can add an SSH key, but I don't have my desktop here. You hit create. Now the provisioning piece takes about a minute. My script takes about 5, so I'll move on to the next piece, but we can go back to that right after. So last month I came in and I asked about a couple of different ways that we could, that I could, set something up so that this toggle would be remembered. So right now it's on list view. If I click here, it will switch to a grid view. And I wanted this to be persistent across, if somebody searched, somebody chose a facet, somebody went to the clearance page or the featured page, and a couple of people mentioned cookies, a couple of people mentioned sessions. I ended up using sessions. So if you look here, I can go through this in more detail if somebody wants to know. But basically, I just set a session variable, and then down at the bottom, I do just a very quick, if the session exists as a grid, then use one. If it's a list, use the other. Now, the interesting piece that came out of this is initially this search box was an exposed filter on the view that I was switching between. It turns out passing exposed filter values is not easy, but switching into a contextual filter, views embed view, works with contextual filters very well. So I'm using a custom search block now. If I search for Husky, it passes it as a parameter, and then the module that I wrote just grabs that parameter and passes it as a contextual filter. And it, worked great. Took me maybe an hour and a half to write. So thanks for that advice.
So you're saying if you click on clearance now, then Husky will still be part of the search?
No. So the search is only machine search. The only thing that it remembers between clearance and feature is whether it's grid or list. And I was looking at preserving searches between, right now it's Husky. I was looking at preserving searches here if I were to switch, but I found it was clunky as a user experience, and also I added about 10 other session variables because you had to check whether